men's shed, and hopefully we'll have audio on this as well.
Only if Rick...
Tom Petty here on the new Rue 102, and Tommy Folk in the back. Man, a whole lot of Toms going on around here. Got the Tom Tom Club. And Tommy, what were you talking? I had my headset on. I didn't, you were just babbling back there. Tommy Folk?
I was giving you a hard time about volume.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, I never heard it because I didn't have the volume up in my ears, so you can give me a hard time about that. But let's first of all, welcome in, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I am doing well as well, and this coming Saturday, big day, at the Ruston Community Men's Shed. Ruston Community Men's Shed is going to have, we call it Shed Fest 4, it doesn't really matter. It's a makers market, makers fair that's going to be coming up, and it's a great opportunity to come out and see what the shed, the men's shed, men's, women's shed, the community shed is all about, as well as you're going to have some makers. So before we get into the makers, let's catch up, because I'm almost seeing too much of you lately. From the last time we did the interview with the good doctor from Iowa. Is she from Iowa?
He.
No. Now you're thinking of Dean. I'm going back to the lady researcher.
Oh.
Remember we did that?
Melinda.
Melinda, yes.
Yes.
Any feedback from that?
She keeps in contact, and she's got forms for us to fill out, or questionnaires for those members to fill out, and she's still doing her research. And she's contacted the national folks, and she's staying with it.
Well, and speaking of the national thing, the Ruston Community Men's Shed, correct me if I'm wrong, is the fourth one in the United States of America. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Correct. And now how many are in the United States?
27 is the last count I think I heard.
Well, and also I know that you and others, because the movement is happening here. Let's give homage where homage is due. You know, take us back to the beginning, Tom. Tom, listen to me call you Tommy. To talk about this woman. Tell us about her.
Beulah Laster. She's the one that started it. She heard about it. She talked to her daughter about it. She went around and saw a lot of people. Pretty much everywhere I went. They said, "Oh yeah, Beulah came by," and she put together a place with the help of Doug Postel over at the Ruston Community. I guess it's a vocational school now.
Right.
They rebuilt, and we made the move, but still, that's where we started. She had it cleaned out. A fellow from Monroe had given us $25,000 worth of equipment because he couldn't use it. He had a stroke and didn't want to sell it, and it was ready to go. She had done a lot of work, and we opened in November of 18.
Well, who came first, Ray de Oliveira or Tommy Folk? And I'm going to put my money on Ray, best as my memory can recollect, right?
He went to the meeting. She had a meeting in March,
right.
I believe it was. And he went along with 3 other people, including her. And so, you know, it's questionable, but somewhere early September, I told my wife I was going to go see Beulah.
Ooh.
And the next thing I know, here I am.
Still here, and she's gone, and by the way, I mean, nobody could have done it the way Beulah did it, you know what I mean? She put all the energy, the inspiration to the vision that she had, and then inspired you, and inspired Ray, and inspired so much more. We're talking about Doug Postel, and all of the components that come together to make it happen, and then it was the first year anniversary, right? The night before.
Early morning, middle morning before. She was getting ready to come to the shed.
And
she'd been there all week.
Right.
And just enjoying herself.
And she said, all right, well, I guess I'm going home. And then she passed away.
Right.
But what year was that now? Where's my notes? I got this here. So it started in 2018, and 2019 was the 1 year. So it
was the day before our 1 year anniversary in 19.
So, and you're all still going, and I'm getting a goosebump, because this is what happens when someone catches the vision of another person, and then the values in the doing of it all. And the Ruston Community Men's Shed here at 2024 in the 6th year. And I know, Tommy, you've probably had kind of wished that it would be accelerated a little bit more, but it's growing steady in awareness. And more men, more women, more youth are becoming more involved.
Yeah, well, we're called the Men's Shed. That was the name that the U.S. Men's Shed had out there, and she picked that up and used it. But we are open for everybody, 18 and above, anybody, men, women. We don't care what value. Now, if you want to come, if you're under 18, bring a chaperone.
Right.
And it's cheap. It's $120 a year, and you can do anything you want to. Now, we're primarily woods and craft, but we'd like to do some other things. We just don't have the space. But we're busy.
Sure. All right, so the Men Shed Fest 4. Shed Fest 4 is going to be coming up this Saturday. This Saturday it's going to be from 9 a.m. till 3. It's totally free for folks to come by. And you're going to have a bunch of makers there. And will any of the shed membership be selling their wares?
Yes, we actually have 2 shed members that will be selling their wares. Brian Middleton and Ray DeOliveira. One sells big wood things, and the other one sells bowls and cutouts and puzzles and lots of odds and ends things. But again, this was started by Patty Hendricks.
Right.
Back in 4 years ago, and she did it for 2 years, and then she left it to some of the rest of us because she just burned herself out. She was doing quite well, and we continue it. We had bad weather last year, but we're hoping for good weather this year.
Same, right, for sure. I'm not even going to tell you what it looks like at this point in time because things can change from here to next hour in Louisiana.
Who knows?
Well, if you want any encouragement, we got Buddy Ball in spite of or despite of the threatening weather that happened over the weekend. So we managed to do that. So the Men's Shed, 9 till 3 this coming Saturday. Other vendors, how about food-wise? Give us some.
We got one food truck, but then we've got some handmade, we got a lot of pins and pottery and jellies and jams and sun catchers and just soap and body products. Of course, the shed will have its sales tent, and it's things that people in the shed have made over the last 2 years.
I see also aprons, pot holders, bags, beaded items. This is just a couple of the vendors that will be on site for, dry meat, rubs, spices, brownie, and cake mixes, huh?
Yeah, we got a big variety. And we'll have T-shirts on the members this year, too.
Oh, really?
All right. Had a gentleman step up that wanted to go find advertisers, and we'll have T-shirts.
So that's going to be this coming Saturday. And what other items of interest that we are not talking about right now?
Garden Delights is back. He comes every year.
Right.
Woodcraft. The food truck is tamales to go, but they make a little bit of everything. The pickling lady, cranberry cookies.
The pickling lady, she doesn't work at the funeral home too, does she? Or we will leave that alone, huh?
Yeah, just go ahead.
Sorry. Get back in your groove there, Tommy, and ride.
Okay. Well, Rick named a lot of it. I've got a list here. We got about 25 vendors.
All right. Any room for other vendors?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody wants to come in at the last minute, we've got a little room left. Not much, but.
All right. And how would they do that? Get in touch, I guess, Facebook and or call is the number?
Best thing to do is call Ray.
Call Ray. And that is 548-8722?
Yes.
548-8722. Ray DeOliveira. Give him a call and get set up for this coming Saturday.
Ray is our shop manager, and he manages the everything that goes on in the shop. He's also our safety director, if you want to call it that. And we got a heck of a good safety record this year. I mean, I say that since the beginning. Couple of splinters, and that's about it.
There you go.
And we've got some good stuff, lots of equipment.
Yeah, and well, from the initial contribution from the gentleman back in the beginning, and you got a major donation, not only of wood, great wood from McGee's, right? And then also a contribution of new tools from another source, right?
I'm blank.
Okay, good, me too. So, but the answer is yes.
Dean Kirby's good about contacting some tool suppliers. He was here last week.
Right.
And he has gotten several donations of, they fit with what we're doing. Sometimes they're duplicates, but it's new.
Right.
But we've got almost 3 of everything. I say that. We don't have CNC.
And
but because
what is CNC?
It's computer guided cutting
Oh,
or
okay.
engraving. Now, we do have an individual that has one at home and has been doing some stuff for us, and you'll see that in some of the sales.
And this is a great time to come on by this coming Saturday, 9 a.m. till 3, because it's a concept, what the Ruston Community Men's Shed, and it's also a tangible place. And then when you go there, you're going to say, oh, I see what this thing's all about. And, you know, it's a great opportunity for men and women, you know, to get out. Another thing is and when you get out and are with people, that's like the communal as well as personal health benefits, you know, from social isolation.
That's correct. And in fact, that's why it was started. It was, in lots of places, it's an old men's shed. In Ruston, it's for everybody.
Right.
That was one of Beulah's tenants. She said, we're going to open this thing for everybody and invite them in. And we got, you know, we have a sawmill that the parish came up with that they can use it, but we maintain it. We are using it. We're cutting wood. People give us trees, and we're kind of selective. We're looking for exotics, but we've got some oak that the Albritons have given us. And we give tours of the shed so people can come and see what we're all about, see all of the equipment, see the craft room. We have a sales room, but it'll be moved outside, of course.
Right.
So, you know, we're pretty well set up. Again, we've got food, we got vendors. Just come out and have a good time with us.
Sounds good to me. It's totally free for anybody to come and just experience the Ruston Community Men's Shed as part of Maker's Market in 2024 this coming Saturday. Anything else? You know, there's something we're not picking up and talking about, but.
Are you leading me in somewhere I don't know where to go?
Yeah, that's familiar territory for me. So, all right, well, I guess that'll do it for us, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, oh, yeah.
Just for informational purposes, 1 year from Saturday, the last Saturday in April,
right.
25th, we're going to have number 5.
5. Are you going to want to set a date for that now? Tommy is, you know, he.
No, we set a date. It's the last Saturday.
No, I mean to come and then visit with me. You always do. You're way ahead of the curve on that, and I applaud you for that.
But don't forget this Saturday.
Right, this Saturday. More important than next year. We'll be there. Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Tommy Folk, here on the new Rue 102.3 FM. Also up online, kwxmfm.com. Hey. All right, well.
Thank